Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this episode is about news from Manchester. There has been several stabbings and a murder in the past day in the Manchester area in Moss Side, and I've had a lot of people asking me to talk about this story and also pay respects to the young man that has lost his life. Sadly, we're not able even now to confirm fully the identity of the young man, but there has been respects paid in the South Manchester area to a young man referred to as Squeezo, 17 years old, and the Manchester artist Mastermind paid respects to him. But as I said, I can't confirm yet exactly what his identity is, but rest in peace and my condolences to his family. The story is that a 17-year-old has been stabbed to death and 4 other children injured as 2 groups clashed in the Moss Side area of Manchester. Police were called to a disturbance on Henbury Street in Moss Side at 7:30 on Sunday. The boy was pronounced dead at the scene. 2 15-year-olds and a 17-year-old were also injured, as well as a 16-year-old who is in hospital with potentially life-changing injuries. A 17-year-old was arrested at the scene and remains in police custody. The 15-year-old and 17-year-old were arrested and discharged from hospital. They say they are being held on suspicion of murder, and the injured boys are also in custody awaiting questioning in connection with the killing. Superintendent Mark Dexter said that no parent should have to bury their child, and my heart goes out to the mother and father who lost their son yesterday evening. Despite us having made 4 arrests so far, we are still actively pursuing any leads around the circumstances as to what happened, and they're urging people to come forward. They say that violence is unacceptable and they would like the community to help to reduce knife crime. And in fact, the 16-year-old boy was found yards away on a different street, Rosbery Street in Moss Side, and police have confirmed the 2 incidents were connected.
We received a call about 7:15 last night to reports of a disturbance in Henbury Street, just around the corner from here. When we arrived, we tragically found a young man had died of his injuries. We believe he was stabbed as a result of the altercation that had taken place probably between 2 groups a matter of moments earlier. We've got 5 people in total injured, obviously 1 who's received fatal injuries, 1 with fairly serious injuries who's still in hospital, and then 3 others who have been released from hospital and now in custody. The community have been great. We've been working with the community recently anyway around some of the youth provision and trying to get people involved in some youth activities. So we've got really good engagement with the community, and they've been really good to us yesterday, really helped us with what went on last night, especially with the scene.
And as we're seeing people coming out of lockdown and groups emerging, people are tired of being in the house. They're coming out, meeting up with their friends. So we are seeing a lot of conflicts involving large groups. But gang culture and knife crime is definitely on the increase in the north of England. And Manchester is definitely seeing a lot of these cases. It was only in June on the 21st a story I covered involving the double murder at a lockdown party where hundreds of people attended in the Moss Side area also. The shooting happened at 1 o'clock in the morning, and people in Moss Side came out and marched to pay respects and also to ask for peace in the area following this. And following this recent development, I urge people in Manchester to pull together, and even though I'm based in Birmingham, I'd encourage everyone to contact me in any way, shape or form that I can help to promote anything positive that you're doing for the young people in that area, because I know I need to cover more behind the scenes of what I do with the channel, because it's not just about talking about the news. I deal with the families, I donate to the GoFundMes, I help in the long term to try to help the situations and try to encourage younger people to make better decisions. As violence increases in the city, local councils have started to admit that they may face bankruptcy in August following the lockdown restrictions and the millions of pounds that the councils have lost from revenue. The picture is bleak, Manchester Council says. Tameside and also Trafford Council and several other councils say they will effectively have to declare themselves bankrupt unless the government gives them more coronavirus support. Other councils in the region have bigger estimated shortfalls. An investigation by the BBC Shared Data Unit and Local Democracy Reporting Service has revealed that the local authorities face huge deficit budget cuts as a result of coronavirus. The estimated shortfall is forecast to be as high as 25 million in the Trafford area and 28 million in the Tameside area. Councils have seen increased costs from supporting vulnerable people while income from fees and rates are falling. The government has already given 12.7 million in funding to Trafford Council and 13.9 million to Tameside to cover the costs. But it appears that this is far short of what is required. So right now in the country, they're focusing on basic amenities, keeping the country running, keeping the trains and the transport and everything the councils provide, the bins, etc. So what are they doing for the kids? How are the kids are being ignored? Let's be honest, the kids are getting ignored in this time. Right now, they are not the priority. Gang violence and preventing that isn't the priority. It's about them sorting out the economy. The country and the world is in a place that it's never been before. And I don't think that we're fully understanding the repercussions of this. The councils are reviewing whether to hold an emergency budget meeting. At the start of lockdown, they borrowed £7 million more, Trafford Council did, to ease cash flow issues. A total of £100 million has been wiped from the budget since 2010. And authority's investment strategy saw them borrow up to £194 million in government loan schemes in the past 3 years alone. In 2019 alone, the council spent £153 million on purchasing properties and investment to try to generate income. The only councils in Greater Manchester to suggest to the BBC that issuing an S114 notice would be a possibility. That basically means bankruptcy. So where's the money? Where's the money for the kids? Where is the anti-gang culture, anti-violence? There's plenty of money coming from drugs. Even in a drought, there is still money being generated in the drug industry, and kids are being recruited for county lines every single day. But there doesn't seem to be any sort of help to counteract that. And this is the question that I think is very important and needs answering. So I really appreciate you joining me today. I'll definitely give you an update on this story when we find more information regarding it. I appreciate it if you'd follow, subscribe, and thank you for 40,000 followers on Instagram as well. I appreciate you joining me. Peace.